on YouTube? Back again with another video. Big Bear Boxing Squad. Man, I've been loving the support. Been having a lot of conversations through the comments. I can appreciate everybody that's leaving, showing a ton of love. There's new subscribers. Man, we sitting at 29 subscribers right now, man. We need to get that up. I want to try to get to 100 subscribers before the end of next month. So if we could do better than that, man, the more likes, share, comments, subscriptions, all that stuff we can get, man, we can definitely get that get this channel up and rolling. I'm not sure what I really want to do with it. Like I say, I've been doing these videos. I've been doing these videos to the point to where I could do more of a visual with 2K. I mean, not 2K. Oh man, I don't play that game no more. With Fight Night Champions, I do more of a visual breakdown with that. Also been doing these kind of videos where I could talk, I can get the discussion out there about certain fighters, certain breakdowns and stuff like that. So everything is working out the way I want it to. I do want to add to the channel. Like I say, the bigger we can make this channel, man, we can debate, we can have call-ins, all that stuff. And I do want to try to keep it on the topics of breakdown only. I don't want to get into the harsh reality of boxing. I think it's up and down. It's going to take, me, team, you guys supporting, liking, sharing, comment, and all that good stuff, man, to get this channel to be a totally different boxing channel than most boxing channels. I really want to show my knowledge in boxing, been around boxing ever since I was a young kid. So, I can watch a fight. I can fully understand what's happening in a fight. I can understand what a fighter should be doing. So I can get a somewhat of a different perspective than talking about boxing as just a regular fan. But the topic that I want to get in today is Keith Thurman, the rise of Keith Thurman. He has a fight on February the 5th. Against Mario Barrios. I think is a good test for him. I do think he's going to win that fight. I already did a visual breakdown on that fight, so go check out. I try to leave the link in the description. But if you go on my page, it should be easy to find. I do want to kind of get into this topic of only referring to Keith Thurman, because a lot of people forget how great Keith Thurman was or still is. Obviously we don't know what he's like now, but it's just on his skills alone that he have shown, even in this last fight against Manny Pacquiao. I think the fight could have went either way. Only thing that really separated the fight was the knockdown. I think it was a lot closer. Then he got hurt and stuff like that, and Manny sometimes being more active and stuff like that could look like a fighter's doing more than the other fight. I do think honestly that Pacquiao did win that fight. I don't see no discretion there. But I think that Keith Thurman, if he was a little bit more focused, if he didn't get dropped, I think that fight could have went more of a draw. If he would have, he said he hurt his hand or something like that. We don't know. A lot of boxers hurt their hands, hitting people. So we just don't know. But this fight that's coming up, I think he could do well. I think he got what it takes to get back into that upper echelon. I think he's like 33. I don't think he's too old. 33, 34, somewhere in there. Coming if I'm wrong. So he's still in that realm of being a super elite fighter. But how is he gonna come back? What's the things that he's gonna do in his next matchup? I don't know if he's gonna knock Mario Barrios out, but I do think that he's gonna put on a display. I think he'll be ready. Like I said, he got the rest of this month. He got a whole nother month. We only got a couple more days left in this month, but yeah, he got a whole nother month of January. So he got plenty of opportunities to get his body and his mind, his mental right. I do want to see him come back. I think what's forgotten about Keith Thurman is his great footwork, his good defense. A lot of times he put his hands down, but that's a part of how he does his defense. But I would love to see him fight Terrence Crawford. I think that'll be another good fight for Terrence Crawford resume and Keith Thurman. But if you go back and look at some of Keith Thurman's previous fights, the Sean Porter's, even though Sean Porter was beat by Kell Brook before the following fight, uh, you know, I do think that Keith Thurman showed a lot more in that fight than a lot of other fights, because of how much of a dog that Sean Porter is. Sean Porter, he up in your face. He was the Sean Porter that that people did not want to. If you fought Sean Porter, you had to get out the bed to fight him. You knew what you was getting into, and he was the second one to beat him, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that he was the second one to beat him, and he showed a lot of grit in that fight. They both hurt each other like plenty of times. Sean Porter hurt Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman hurt Sean Porter. But if even if you want to get back into Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia, go back and watch those fights. That's when everybody was fresh, everybody was young, everybody was like right at their prime, or whatever you want to call it. They was right there then and there. You know what I'm saying? I know that Danny Garcia, he got made to look normal by Errol Spence. But Errol Spence is just on a different level. I mean, like I say, when it come down to levels, it's levels for a reason. And I think he's just a notch above the rest of the guys other than Terrence Crawford. I think him and Terrence Crawford is like neck and neck. But Keith Thurman, if he can come back, he can show a good outing. If he can keep his mind sharp, I can kind of see him getting hurt, because everybody knows that you can hurt Keith Thurman to the body. That's something Keith Thurman gonna have to work on. I don't know how you work on, other than a lot of training with the abdomen work and stuff like that. If he can work his abs and practice on getting hit in the gut or whatever, maybe it'll help him. I don't know. But as far as Keith Thurman being tough, I think he's tough enough to get through this test. And if he can get through this test, I do see him kind of stepping up to get to the bigger fights. If I was Terrence Crawford, I'd take the fight. I wouldn't wait. I think Errol Spence got his fight set with you, Dennis Ugas. You got to get prepared for the fight, and then after the fight, you don't know if somebody had to take a 6 month layoff or something like that. So you just never know. I wouldn't wait that long. I would try to stay active, and the more you can stay active, the better your mental, will be. And sometimes taking a break. Floyd Mayweather, that's not always true. Floyd Mayweather used to take big long breaks and stuff like that, and he came back just fine. A lot of times it's better to let the body heal than to keep taking punishment. But Terrence Crawford, on the other hand, he don't really take a ton of punishment like that. Errol Spence don't really take a ton of punishment. Them guys got crazy defense. But also do Keith Thurman, man. I want to see him come back. I want to see him get back in that conversation. I don't want to see him go out of boxing in a bad way. Like I said, I support all fighters, man. I'll be talking about all fighters on this channel. It won't be no biases or nothing like that. If you're good, you're good. If you ain't, we'll talk about your flaws or whatever. But as far as all boxing goes, I want to stick to the content of supporting fighters, all fighters. No matter what race, creed, or whatever they come from, whatever mainstream media talking about, I don't want to get into none of that stuff. All boxers should be celebrated. I do got some another video coming up, boxing versus UFC format. I do think that boxing needs to be on a better format. But kind of stay on topic again, get back on topic. Do you guys think Keith Thurman can come back? Leave comments, leave what's your opinion, what you think Keith Thurman need to do, as far as coming back to be a proof that he's still a great fighter. He only has one loss, and that's pretty wild that people can forget you no matter if you got one loss or not. That's what I was talking about in the previous video. You could take one loss and it could be a very bad loss. People forget who you are. It's not like Keith thurman done got his butt handed to him a million times. He got that one loss, and it wasn't even that bad of a loss. It was a loss to a legend. It wasn't like Keith Thurman just got, punished. There's a lot of fighters that just get dominated. But, I want to see him come back. I want to see him do great. I want to see him get back into that upper echelon, the conversation again. I think Errol Spence will give him a chance. I don't know if Errol Spence will move up to 154 before, if he get to fight with Terrence Crawford. I think him and Terrence Crawford will probably move up to 154 together. I'm not sure, but I got a feeling one of those guys going to move up to 154. But as far as Keith Thurman, man, I think it'll be a good comeback fight against Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios, who knows how he's going to be after getting beat by Gervonta Tank Davis. We don't know what type of fighter we're gonna get, but I think it'll be cool to see him come back, and you know, everybody talking about Keith Thurman again, but Keith Thurman, you know, is something that he's gonna have to mentally get himself together with. You know, we could sit here and have debates all day, but you know, it's up to the fighter to get in there and prove who they are. But you know, I think, like I say, if you go back and look at some of his old fights, especially with Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, I think he had, what was it, another memorable fight for me that he had. See, my brain probably can't process it other than looking some of them up, but and I think that Keith Thurman at that point was the boogeyman in the welterweight division. Do I think he could be the boogeyman again? I don't think so. I think age and punishment to the body, the mental, the psyche. A lot of times, if you stay gone for so long, your mental, if you know, like, you be good at something, you could be great at cooking or great at doing something for so long, but if you stop doing it, your skills kind of diminish from a physical and mental standpoint. So we just don't know, but I do think the Mario Barrios fight will be awesome for him to come back. I do pick him to win that fight. I don't know if he'll win it by stoppage, but I think he might even get hurt in this fight too. I think that Mario Barrios will go to the body. I think Mario Barrios is a little bit taller. I think he's like 5'10", somewhere in there. I think he has the longer arm reach too. But I do think Mario Barrios will most likely hurt him a couple times. But as far as the whole fight, I do pick Keith Thurman. But you know, I think his defense will play a good part. I think he move a lot. Gervonta Tank Davis is more of a flat-footed fighter, and Keith Thurman is a mover. And he has a ton of power in both hands. So, you know, I don't see this fight being a ultimate problem for him. But do you guys think that this fight will get him back on track? And if he do get through this fight, leave in the comments down below where should he go next? Should he go after Terrence Crawford even more? Because I think that's the plan, but I don't know. You know, as far as watching the news and stuff like that, we don't know what Terrence Crawford is thinking. He may have bigger fish to fry. He may wait for Errol Spence, which is, you know, it's up to his discretion. So, but, you know, do you guys really think that Keith Thurman can get back to where he need to be? That's the biggest question. But that's gonna end it for this video, man. I'm super blessed to be doing this thing the way I'm doing it, man. You guys let me know. You know, what fighters do you want me to talk about? What fighters you want to talk about or discuss? You know, what fighters, you know, like Adrian Broner, that'll be another good comeback story. Do you think he can come back? That could be something we could talk about. I've been loving the comments. I don't know if I get to respond back to every comment. You know, I got another business on the side. So I'm trying to, I don't know if I want to, I mean, I could turn this into my mainstream of income, but, you know, having 29 subscribers, I'm not getting paid yet. So, but it's not really about getting paid for me. Like I said, I'm already good. Already strapped for another business. So, it's just fun getting on here talking about boxing and getting to the real boxing fans, actually talking about the sport instead of talking about the drama. You know, but like I said, I will do a video, a breakdown of UFC, the way they're structured versus the way boxing is structured, and what boxing can do in the future to secure boxing, because you got these young fighters out here, these young lions out here they just getting demolished, you know, just by the media. If they don't perform one way or the other, they get talked about like, you know, he ain't nothing. You know, I can't stand that crap. You know, you got Devin Haney, where they talking about he's a pride champion now, and it's like, you know, it's just total disrespectful. In so many different ways. You know, if a fighter get in there, you give him a belt. It's like giving a fighter a paycheck and then taking it back a couple months later and say, hey, you owe us. You know, that, you know, you got to pay sanctioning fees and stuff like that too. So, you know, the sport of boxing needs to really be cleaned up. I think that's going to be a good video for me to do. A good discussion for people to have. Maybe we can contribute in some kind of way to give them ideas, because I'm pretty sure they watch all this content. So the more you guys like, share, comment, we get to 100,000, 200,000 subscribers and stuff like that, man, our voices could be heard, you know, as fans, because we are the fans, just as much as the boxers mean something to boxing, but the fans, the true fans, actually mean just as much, because without us, it wouldn't be no fighting. That's either on MMA or boxing. So I think all these promoters and stuff, they need to start realizing, like, we need to start treating these fighters better. and structure in boxing in a not, I wouldn't say just follow the UFC, but I think the structure of the UFC is more stable in a certain sense. No UFC fighters don't get paid as much as boxing, but the structural thing I love about the UFC, because the best always fight the best. Is not 30,000 belts running around, and somebody, if they got a belt, they franchise and they can run over here. So, but that's up for another video, man. But please like, share, comment, subscribe, man. I'm truly blessed for just having 29 subscribers, man. I'm gonna remember this video. I'm gonna remember this one, and I want y'all to remember this one too, man. But the views and stuff is is up there. It's getting better. It's getting more consistent. So without you guys, I couldn't be doing this stuff, man. For any subscriber subscribing to me, man, I don't take it lightly. It's all beautiful. And I feel like I'm getting true fans. That's the biggest thing with me. But let's end this one. And all my social media platforms will be down in the link below. ShopTaiChi.com. You see the hat and stuff like that. Go check out that gear. Oh yeah, you can see it. You can see it right here. You can see the Tai Chi. I got my artwork on the back. Like I said, you can see the artwork that I have on my walls and stuff like that. But that's just not only abstract stuff I got. But go to the website. You can check it all out. We do this as a team. But like I say, all social media platforms, go follow them. You can see some of my artwork on Instagram, Facebook, and all that good stuff. So, like I say, I'm blessed to be doing this, and we'll get with you guys. Probably be dropping a video tomorrow. I got another one coming later on today. So, stay tuned to this one, and we got many more to come.